Imagine a man sitting alone in a crowded cafe, no phone in his hand, no desperate need to be seen, to be liked, to be validated, while others scroll endlessly, lost in feeds designed to make them crave. He simply observes. The world rushes by, and he remains still, untouchable, unmoved, unchained. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe." And this man, my friend, is that individual. A man who doesn't need anyone is not a man without connection. He is a man who has made peace with himself, and therefore is free from the hunger for approval. And this is what makes him dangerous. Because the world you live in isn't built on independence. It's built on dependence. Dependence on validation, dependence on approval, dependence on consumption. The man who doesn't need anyone threatens that structure because he can't be sold false promises. He can't be manipulated by fear of rejection. He can't be bought with empty praise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The man who doesn't need anyone has realized this. His strength doesn't come from dominance. It comes from mastery of himself. And society, my friend, fears what it cannot control. So it labels him as cold, as arrogant, as dangerous, not because he harms, but because his existence exposes the illusion that we must always belong, always conform, always seek permission to be whole. He seeks no permission. He seeks no audience. He walks alone, not in loneliness, but in freedom. And that, my friend, is society's greatest threat. Look around, my friend. The world has been carefully crafted to make you need the praise, need the attention, need the product. Every advertisement whispers the same lie. Without this, you are not enough. Every social feed trains your mind to seek validation in likes and shares. Every system of power profits when you doubt yourself, because a man who doubts is a man who can be controlled. Friedrich Nietzsche warned, "He who cannot command himself must obey." And this is the hidden command of modern life. Obey the need, obey the hunger for more, obey the fear of being left behind. But the man who doesn't need anyone refuses that command. He does not buy the promise that happiness comes from the next thing, the next praise, the next approval. His contentment terrifies a world built on dissatisfaction. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And the man who doesn't need anyone has claimed his thoughts as his own. He does not rent them out to advertisers. He does not surrender them to trends. He guards them like a fortress. And because of this, he becomes dangerous, not to people, but to systems, to those who sell you what you don't need, to those who rule through your longing. He shows what is possible when a man says, "I am enough." And that, my friend, is a revolution. There is a difference, my friend, between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is hunger. It is the ache of emptiness. Solitude is strength. It is the nourishment of the soul. But the world teaches you to fear solitude, because a man at peace with himself cannot be sold false belonging. He does not join crowds out of fear of being alone. He chooses his company, or none at all. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "Invisible threads are the strongest ties." The man who doesn't need anyone is bound by invisible threads, to his principles, to his truth, to his own mind. He does not need noise to silence his doubts. He faces them. He does not need applause to feel worthy. He defines his own worth. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." The man who doesn't need anyone has found that little, because he looked inward instead of outward. And so he walks alone, not because he rejects others, but because he refuses to abandon himself. And that, my friend, is why he is a threat. Because a man who has made peace with his solitude cannot be seduced by the empty noise of the world. He does not chase attention. He does not beg for connection. He offers it freely, honestly, without the chains of need. And this makes him ungovernable, because what can you offer a man who already has himself? The man who doesn't need anyone stands on pillars that cannot be shaken. First, honesty with himself. He does not lie to please the world. He does not wear masks to be accepted. His truth may cost him popularity, but it gives him freedom. Second, independent values. His worth is not measured by trends or applause. It is measured by the principles he refuses to betray. Third, emotional self-sufficiency. He does not make others responsible for his happiness. He shares joy, but does not demand it. He offers love, but does not beg for it. And fourth, courage of thought. He questions what others accept. He thinks where others follow. He dares where others hide. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. This man wins that struggle every day, because every day the tribe calls him back. Be like us, need like us, fear like us. And every day he answers, no." Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." The man who doesn't need anyone lives by this. His strength comes not from how loud he speaks, but from how quietly he stands firm. And this, my friend, is why society fears him, not because he is violent, not because he rebels, but because he cannot be owned, he cannot be bought, he cannot be shaped by fear. He is free, and a free man is the one thing society cannot control. Society doesn't fear the loud rebel. It fears the quiet man who has nothing to prove. The man who doesn't need anyone, threatens no one, yet unsettles everyone, because he shows a different way to live, a way without the chains of constant wanting, a way without the hunger for applause. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." And this man has found his why. It is not power over others. It is not admiration. It is freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This man's soul is dyed with strength, with peace, with truth. And so the world calls him dangerous, because he doesn't fit the mold. He doesn't play the game. He doesn't chase what they sell. He simply is. And that, my friend, is the greatest threat to a society built on fear, on want, on control. So here is the question that ends the illusion and begins the truth. Do you truly want freedom, or are you afraid of what it will demand of you? Because freedom does not come with applause. It comes with solitude. It comes with courage. It comes with the willingness to be misunderstood. And the man who doesn't need anyone has chosen that path. Will you?